So we're just hanging out tonight as the Carolina Hurricanes take on the Winnipeg Jets. You're doing the start to the college season so far, and we'll have ourselves hopefully a good contest between two teams in the match. Hurricanes comes in with a record of 14-1, whereas 8-2. Anyway, it's awesome to have you here. So not only cheerful, we're doing this for all sorts of teams in the NFL. And yeah, for live streaming for the season. Looking forward to enjoying wonderful show of and no, not one bit. Putting out that really. Not just for the company.
Microphone, but let me know if that's sounding okay. Is this sounding okay? Test. Much better? Okay. So yeah, I'm sorry to have to switch over to my oh, you know what might have to deal with? Today I was recording a video on I was roasting every fan base. We filmed that today. And I might need to retest my microphone for that because I did a mic drop at the end of it. So anyway, we'll put this aside. Going to the Sharks and Islanders game tomorrow night. All right, Matt, way to go, man. Good luck to you guys. I won't feel bad if you beat us. Just make it a close game. Close game would be awesome. But yeah, Trevor, thanks for jumping in. College football. Yeah, I know that that Georgia lost. I don't know if you cheer for them. Hey, what's going on, Dan? Somebody's gonna turn a year older in just a couple days, if my memory serves me correctly. And Ethan, thanks for jumping in here. And by the way, guys, at first intermission, we're going to be doing an unboxing. So I've got two things to unbox from you guys out there. Bama being in the Final Four is time. After they just beat the best team in college football. Was that wait? Do they only have one loss? Because I would think that would be justified then. Anthony says, "Let's go Canes." Oh yeah, newest member, by the way, Anthony. Thanks for supporting our channel and joining our membership. Yeah, I know. I'm really good at remembering names and birthdays, but if I saw anybody here in person, I wouldn't remember what you look like. I have a really weird memory like that. Yeah, Cortana, of course, is hanging out with us. Yep, and I've got all the gold treats tonight, right, girl? Actually, you know what? Here, let's give one to Cortana right now. A loss to Texas and Florida State has no losses. Ooh. Yeah, I know that Washington is undefeated, and Michigan's undefeated? Is that right? That's kind of BS. I mean, Florida State plays in a major conference, but if you beat the number one team and you only have one loss, what are you going to do, right? So that's why it's kind of lame that we still only have 4 teams in the playoff there, right? Bama lost to Texas. Yeah. So yeah, at first intermission tonight, we've got ourselves this to unbox, and we also have this to unbox right here. So first intermission. And we do have one other thing on the way from Deutschland, from Germany, courtesy of one of our longest term viewers on the channel. But that hasn't arrived just yet, so I won't be doing that unboxing. Michigan. Yeah, at least you'll have Harbaugh on the field for that, though, right? Go Huskies. That's Wolfie's team. That makes sense to me. But I can't say the same though because I'm very close to Washington State here, so even though I really don't care all that much. But yeah, we have, of course, Carolina taking on Winnipeg tonight. So there are some other games in the NHL, and we can keep a tab on those tonight too, should you fancy. And yeah, again, next video on the channel, I'm going to be roasting every NHL fan base, and that's going to be out probably on Wednesday. So prepare yourselves. It's going to get very spicy, I believe. And yeah, you can cast a vote here in our poll. Hook 'em or go Huskies, just not Michigan or Bama. Yeah, I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool with somebody new winning. That'd be nice. Then again, Michigan hasn't won a title in like what, about 26 years or so, something like that. Yep, stupid seal. Yeah, actually, you know what though? I just to be upfront, I wasn't I wasn't all that I didn't rip into the Predators all that well. Although it's the one time I actually use a true story, even though it's not a very lengthy story. Anyway, it'll be a fun time. It'll be a real fun time. Monday Night Football. Who's playing tonight? I know that like the game that should have been in the biggest of spotlights was the Niners and the Eagles. Jaguars and Bengals. So the Bengals have to basically win if they want to save their season. Not going to happen, most likely. Those are what? Are those the two biggest cats in the world? I think the Bengal tiger is the biggest. The jaguar might be the second biggest. Rick, hey, good evening. Thanks for jumping in here. Uh, go easy on Boston. You know what? That was such a low hanging fruit that I didn't go into that at all. You got yourself 80 subscribers. Awesome, dude. Hopefully, hey, what a great way to start the new year if you could hit one hundo. Lightning are up 1-0. Yeah, oh god, after the last game, I would imagine that Tampa's probably pretty pissed off. Curious about the Wild. That one I could come up with that one in my sleep to be honest. But yes. And yeah, I mean, I kept this pretty sweet and short for a change. I just didn't feel like making a 53-minute video again. Not for a little while at least. But yeah, Seth Jarvis went to Harvard. Um, Top scores, by the way, just to fill the air here. Top scores are, let's see here. Sebastian Aho has played in 20 games. He's got 8 goals and 14 assists. Teuvo Teravainen, 11 goals and 7 assists. So he leads the team in goals. Slavin, 3 goals and 11 helpers to lead the defenseman. Actually, no, Brady Shea has 4 goals and 11 assists, but both of those players are contributing. Actually, they have more points than Burns. I was a little surprised. An interesting jersey matchup. I think that this actually wait, are the Canes wearing black? I don't know if that's going to look all that great with the Winnipeg away jersey, but we'll see how that looks on TV. I can't remember the last time I watched these two teams play against each other. Ugly hockey last night. That was against the Sabres, right? Well, then again, man, the Sabres. What the hell is it going to take for that team to actually be, you know, back in the playoff race? Micro, what's going on? Hey, you know what? We held our own okay against the Rangers, and we still get closer to the first overall pick. Now the Blackhawks are trying to sabotage us. It was clearly the Ducks last year. Speaking of which, I think they've lost like what 8 in a row, 9 in a row, something like that. Oh, they're wearing their 48s. Whoa! So wait, are the Hurricanes wearing their away jersey then? Leafs fan, you're new to the channel. All right, well, welcome on board. It's awesome to have you here. Let the roast begin, Ethan. Awesome, dude. Oh yeah. Ah yes. I teed off on a good number of them. Uh, all right. The leaders for the Jets in scoring, by the way, just to close that loop. Kyle Connor leads the team in goals, 14 goals and 10 assists. Mark Scheifele leads the team overall in points, 8 goals and 17 assists. Josh Morrissey, continuing, a great season from last year, 4 goals, 16 assists to lead the defense. A couple other players have 1 goal and 8 assists from their blue line. And one reason why the Jets have been kind of sneaky good this year is because Hellebuck's been picking it up recently. Overall, in 18 games already, he has a 913 save percentage and a 2.5 goals against average. Uh, Indeed, Jake. Yes. Canes are wearing the regular away jerseys. Interesting. I assume that they're going to wear the red helmets, though, right? Because this is wait, this game's in Raleigh, isn't it? Because it starts at 7:30 Eastern, or is it getting off to an earlier start in Winnipeg? Interesting. Man, I'm clearly out of the loop there. And you can see at the bottom here we got ourselves a stat line with goals for and goals against and all that. It's in Winnipeg. Oh shoot. Well, if it's in Winnipeg, I should be wearing a Jets jersey, but I haven't seen any Jets here just yet, or any Jets fans. So I'm pretty comfortable the way I am, right? And besides, I'm wearing red and I have green pants on right now, so it's very Christmassy. Victor Hedman is celebrating his 1,000th game. Didn't Ryan O'Reilly celebrate his not too long ago? Yeah, he did. I want to say that you're right. Hedman, one heck of a career. He's been a Norris Trophy finalist, I think, like 4 or 5 times or something, and he's won the award. And of course, the 2 Stanley Cups. He won the Conn Smythe one of those years. 13 months as a member. All right, man. I appreciate that. Canes away jersey's kind of crappy. You know what? At first, I had similar sentiments. I think it's okay. I like the overall kit, though. I like the red helmets. I know some people don't like it, but that to me really does it. It's got better balance that way. But I wish that they would have had the storm flag pattern on the arms as well. You love the view of Cortana? Yeah. What a good girl. How you holding up there, Mr. Flyers fan? How is Philly doing anyway? Yeah, those Canadian Air Force jerseys, those are kind of neat, aren't they? Some people really don't like them, but hey. Favorite Christmas song? Probably a tie between Weezer's Christmas song, its original song, and the collaboration that was between Sum 41 and Tenacious D. That was one hell of a collab. Hi, sweetie. 1-0 has the most goals against the Flyers all time. I'm almost kind of surprised that it took this long, honestly. Have we seen enough of the Red Wings to say it's finally different this year? Like, I see what these lines now look like with Kane on it. I'm still not the biggest believer in the goaltending. Even though Alex Line has played really well, and actually so has Reimer. I just don't know if we're going to see that through the course of 82 games. And sometimes goaltenders, they're Jekyll and Hyde between the regular season and the playoffs. But you know what? You have a nice little cushion there to stay at least in the top 4 in that division. College football, yeah, a lot of people are pissed off about that. What about favorite classic Christmas song? Gee, I don't know, man. I like I I've heard enough of these songs to where it's like I don't think I ever really enjoy them. They're gonna peak too early. Yeah, I mean, gee. Then again, you guys were kind of in the playoff race through like the first half of last year, right? I was gonna say, you're not used to this, but yeah, we'll wait until the trade deadline to see where you guys are. Favorite alternate jersey, that's being used like this year. I'm a huge fan of the Dallas Stars blackout jersey, which some people are on that train as well, and some just really don't care for all that much. The dog's barking, we wish you a Merry Christmas. Yeah, I would probably say that it would be that, honestly. What other good alternate jerseys are out there still? Favorite storm surge? There we go. How about the limbo? The limbo was awesome. The numbers on those, Stars blackout jerseys are amazing. Absolutely. I mean, I love that I have a blank one. It is behind me here, if you can see the bright green stripes on the arms of one of them. Um, yeah, I don't have numbers on it though, unfortunately. What my favorite Christmas movie? Oh, okay. That's endearing. I would say that my favorite Christmas film, I love The Muppet Christmas Carol, especially once I've smoked a doobie. Um, also, I love Jingle All the Way. Come on, that's pretty damn classic. Also Bad Santa. Those are probably my 3 favorite that are not Home Alone, 1 and 2. When the Devils wore the jersey. Wait, what? Oh, yeah, I need to double take on that. When the Devils wore the jersey, I imagine the "Yo, dog, I heard the you like" oh, huh. I would probably have to see a picture of what you're talking about, but I've probably seen it before. There are a lot of nice alternates, but your favorite would be the Oilers heritage. Actually, Jake, you know what? When you showed me, those photos, I could see what you mean, man. Those are pretty cool. You know, those numbers were excellent. Hey, Theo, how you doing? Thanks for jumping in here. Star Wars Night in Smashville. Let's see here. Are we gonna have, like, any is there gonna be, like, any cool merch for that? I think it's funny we still have Star Wars Night, but we don't have, like well, then again, we still have, like, Star Wars shows. Not as many movies to, I guess all that stuff's available on streaming now. I'm so out of touch. Not like I anyway. Favorite Home Alone 1 or 2? Yeah, it's really tough to prefer one over the other. I just remember as a kid watching the second one a lot more because I think the first one came out in, like, 1990, so I was maybe 3 years old, whereas the second one, I remember, like, seeing it in theaters and quoting it, and yeah. I would have counted the old Jets on the current Mount Rushmore. Yeah, some people had very strong opinions about that. But I understand the sentiment, right? But the thing is that, like, if you're, younger than I am, then if you see that, it doesn't really represent the Winnipeg Jets that you know. So, to each their own. Will the Yotes keep up the run that they're on and potentially get in as a wild card? I think that it's kinda like the Devils. They seem like they're maybe a year ahead of schedule, but right now, does anybody in the Pacific want a wild card? It doesn't look like it. So, maybe so. It's a good question. Alright, I think that, when we get back from the break here, then the game will start. I'm not planning on doing play-by-play, just FYI, folks, but, of course, I'll be watching it, though, while interacting with you guys. Uh, I would imagine so, Dan. Yeah, it's not like those guys get, taken to the concussion tent when they, get a brick to the face or get electrocuted for that matter. You like the Canucks? Oh, yeah, the Canucks have one of the best alternates as well. The Oilers, the Stars, the Islanders. Oh, you mean the one that just says NY on it? And the Blue Jackets. Oh, of course, the Cannon. Yes. Danelle, hey man, thanks for jumping in here and season's greetings to you. You were at the Lightning game versus the Penguins. You got to be there for the goalie goal. That's amazing. Yeah, how many people get to say that, right? Yeah, so I'm sorry to for anybody watching. I had no I strangely didn't know this game is in Winnipeg. So it's starting at 6:30 local time. I don't know if we have anybody here who's ever been to Winnipeg, but maybe they don't have as bad of traffic so they can start the games a little bit earlier. Also, you probably have to worry about, you gotta be able to start your car, when you get back to it. On the Rangers' new thirds, I like it. I'm not in love with it, but, for a stadium series, that's a pretty solid offering. I think that overall, I would give it gets a passing grade for me. And it's kinda nice to see that crest back on the front of a jersey, even if it's not my favorite design. Alright, so, yeah, we're gonna get started here. Actually, the Canes are wearing just the white helmets, probably because the Jets have some red in those jerseys, so I guess that would otherwise, that would be probably too confusing. Alright, so this is just the first period. The Wild's alternate jerseys are one of your favorites? Oh, yeah, that's a great point too, yeah. Those turned out great, and I like how they added the patch to it as well. Um, Tomorrow's a Hughes battle? Oh, wow. Who would have thought that the Devils are having a worse season than the Canucks are? Um, GTA 6 trailer came out. It's coming out in 2025. Wow. That's a full 12 years after GTA 5 came out, if I'm correct. Don't know if you love or hate the Jets unis. Oh, yeah, and they're rocking the imitation leather gloves, right? Like the tan color on the gloves. I think that's cool. I wouldn't wanna see that for every game, but I like it. But yeah, again, these are 2 pretty evenly matched teams. I mean, neither team does, like, one thing exceptionally well. Kane's offense, by the way, is ranked 7th in the NHL. The problem for them is that they've had a hard time, keeping the puck out of the net. The defense has been making improvements over the course of the year as the numbers would indicate, but goaltending, not as much. Ooh, maybe an odd man chance here. Oh, shot! Oh! Big save, Hellebuck. Man, Hurricanes had a chance right there in front of the crease. Big save with the 5-hole, though. Should the Sharks wear the teal helmets on the roads permanently? It might be a little bit of an overkill with San Jose because I like the rest of the uniform a lot altogether. I think the jersey is very sharp. So it might be a little bit too much, but then again, I also just love how that teal sort of shines on the helmet. Oh, it's Brossoit tonight. Okay. Yeah, Brossoit has only played 5 games, so I guess that would make sense. But then again, oh, and Bond, 1771. Hello, good evening to you. Uh, but yeah, Brossoit has only played 5 games up until now, so that would make sense. But he looked like Hellebuck with that first save there, coming out to the edge of the crease and getting the pads together. Good girl. Here, let's give Cortana another gold treat, huh? GTA 5, you were a freshman in college in your dorm room. Yeah, that was the only time I ever bought a GTA game. I mean, I don't really play video games anymore, but for some reason, I didn't really care for GTA all that much, even though, like, Red Dead Redemption, I absolutely love, and, I'm not gonna deny how influential it was, though. First time watching the Jets this season, you like the kit? Yeah, it's a good kit. You know me, I'm always a sucker for the, two-tone blue. Trevor, what's going on, man? Been hella busy? First of all, good use of hella. Well, that's why the playoffs happen, from April through June, right? I guess then again, you could be in finals when that's happening. But hey, it's great to have you here, and great that the Hurricanes kind of have crawled out of that hole that they were in to start the year. Traffic sucked. Oh, how you doing, Dustin? So yeah, we're going to be doing the unboxing at first intermission. Just FYI. Yeah, and if for any reason I haven't read a message, you guys just you can tag me in the chat there, and I'll be sure to get back to you. Yeah, GTA was a huge deal when the third one came out, especially, right? I just remember those commercials with I ran by a flock of seagulls as the promo for GTA Vice City, and I was like, man, that looks like actually looks pretty fun. But my parents would not want to watch, would not want to see me playing that game. I remember actually I rented it from my friend or I borrowed it from my friend, and my mom like saw it next to my TV one time. She's like, "Where did you get that game?" And I'm like, "I think I was a senior in high school though." So I said, "You know, I can buy this game if I want." Kayla says hi. Hi, Kayla. Um, on the goal horns. Yeah, well, people have real strong opinions about those. If we're talking about actual horns, I mean, Chicago was the first team with a goal horn. At least I've been told that, and I mean, it's loud and proud. It's a good one. I do like the really low rumbly goal horns that the Sharks and the Ducks use. To me, that's a little more mellifluous than the higher pitched tones that you'll hear in LA and especially Edmonton. The Jets goal horn, I'd like to hear it in person. It doesn't sound very good if you're just listening to it like through YouTube. Carolina horn, I can't really recall what it sounds like off the top of my head, but it's not bad. Speaking of, oh, Bernsey, damn, right to Hellebuck or right to Bristol, excuse me. It was GTA 5 that was a big deal. Uh, oh, Boise State won the Mountain West. Huh? They're still relevant, huh? The Tristan Jarry goal was unbelievable. Hey, just what, like a week and a chance at the side. Come on. It's all Canes so far, though. Typical Canes, right? They cycled the puck for like 4 minutes and they can't score. Oh, good glove save there off Teravainen. Oh, Carolina's yeah, Hurricanes are power play, but just FYI. You like Calgary's goal horn? Well, especially the song, right? There's no foul with the goal horn. It's perfectly fine, but yeah, the song is what does it, right? Just like Dallas. The worst jersey ad. I'm sorry, Jake, but I can't stand the Wilds patch because it just really clashes with the colors. And I'll say the same thing about the Penguins and the Flyers too. Yeah, we'll see if the Hurricanes can strike on the power play. It's actually been decent for them this year so far. They're ranked 12th. Good improvement over last year. But yeah, Anthony, we did a stream just about 2 weeks ago. Oh, and it was a member stream. It was Guess the Goal Horn. And, one of our MVPs especially, but actually a fair amount of them, especially, Kevin, MK Productions here, he correct like, it was basically me just giving him random goal horns, and every time he got it right, just about. Phillies is the worst, right? It's not like Blue Cross, is it? It's some sort of healthcare provider? I don't know. It's blue, though, and that obviously clashes quite a bit. RBC for the Habs is bad. Oh, the sponsor? Yeah, I mean, just at least like a team such as the Maple Leafs, it's completely white, so it blends in, right? Whereas with Montreal, I don't hate that one as much because the logo itself is pretty nice for something corporate, but yeah, I mean, like it should be against league policy for the Canadians to have an ad on their jerseys. Yeah, that's right, Jake. Jersey patches. Uh-oh. Oh, hand pass, hand pass. Jeffrey, milk WTF. You know what though? At least that's something that's relatable for everybody. It's not just some fancy company, right? Um, jersey patches with ads on them. Oh, yeah. Anything Kraken? I'm pretty decked out with Kraken stuff to be honest. I've got some sweats that are Kraken. I've got a beanie and what else? I have a couple hats. I'm pretty set, thank you though. Rails, what's going on? I was telling people here that I recently today I filmed a video where I'm roasting every NHL fan base. I had a good time with the Kings one. I'll just say that. Capitals is fine. Oh, yeah, I forgot the oh, yeah, that's right, because they had an ad on that Screaming Eagle jersey, that made me so mad. On the Winter Classic uniforms, um, overall, I like them. I think the Vegas one's okay. The kit altogether, I prefer more than just the jersey itself, and the Kraken one, I think that that's awesome. I just hope that one day that they, I'd like them to do a full-on Metropolitans, with those colors at some point, but, I've got no complaints about what they did. Jersey ads as patches don't make sense. What doesn't make sense is their placement. If you wanna put them on the back, on the very bottom or something like that, like to say "kiss my ass," like, okay, I could think of worse things to do, but, overall, though, it's upsetting that, it's come to that point, but again, at least the jersey itself still, it's not like they have patches or, sponsors all over the place on the jerseys like they do in just about every other league, especially in Europe. Jeez, Wilder coming back. I know they won like what they've won like what 3 in a row, I wanna say. Who's my favorite team? I'm a big Sharks fan. That I grew up a little bit south of San Jose, so that's my team. Favorite team in the East are the Hurricanes, but I mean that can change. You're gonna be in Vancouver on Friday. You don't wanna see the Canucks play the Bruins. Yeah, you don't wanna be there when, they start burning down the city. Clay was at that was he really? Oh my god. That poor man. We love Clay, he's awesome. Uh, Still living in 2008? Hmm, hmm. Uh, Challenging to AHL goal horns for a quiz? Oh, yeah. I can't identify a single one myself, but maybe some of our viewers could. I'm not entirely sure. You feel sorry for me. Hey, man, right? Misery loves company. I'm just glad that Greer has totally tanked this team. Because it's not his fault, right? He was given crap to work with, so he's doing what needed to be done. And the way I see it, it's like, look, okay, we had some great years. I love that. I can look back on it and enjoy it, but I'd rather just get this over with, this long dark tunnel that we're in the middle of right now. And then when we finally win a Stanley Cup, it'll be even sweeter, right? So I'm cool with it. Uh, you barely even notice them. Yeah, when you're actually at the game or even watching them on TV when they're skating around, that's true, right? Uh, you kind of see the point of them in soccer, but not in other sports. Oh, wow. So the Jets, what, 8 minutes through this, they're still looking for their first shot. The Hurricanes have 10. Typical Hurricanes game, right? Favorite soccer team? I don't watch soccer, even though I might have mentioned this when you've been in our chat here. I worked a season in MLS for the Chicago Fire, so they have a bit of a soft spot for me. Although I was only there for 5 months, but I would technically be an Earthquakes fan. I was an intern for them for a few months as well. And internationally, I don't really care all that much, but if I'm gonna watch something like Euro or World Cup, Denmark kind of has a soft spot for me because I spent a semester there, and I have a West Ham United jersey actually that I got in London. Yeah, yeah, Rails you got the Royal Canadian Air Force. Right on, Kayla. Sounds good. A stream ranking goal horns on a tier list would be nice. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Um, it's actually, you know what? I could do that because I was just thinking, how would I do that without like copyright infringement and that sort of actually, you know what? That might be a little challenging because if you're using the song, right? However, I might be able to get away with it because there are videos out there with the songs in them, but it's kind of muffled on purpose. Rosado, what's going on? Do I like the Rocket Rods? Hey man, did you ever go to Disneyland for those? Because I mean, when those very limited times when it actually worked, it was pretty kick ass. Trevor, what's up? So wait, do the Knights play tonight? Tells you how in the loop I am. Oh yeah, they're playing the Blues. So do you actually? So you live down there as well then too, or do you live in Seattle? Dustin is great. For some reason, I'm he's always like in a different corner of the world, so I get so confused. Um, you're okay. Rocket rods. Yeah, that was a ride at Disneyland that and maybe Disney World that lasted for like a year and a half. What classes did I take in college? All right. Well, I was a communication major, so I did a little bit of journalism at first, and then it was mostly like just digital media study. I don't even know what that was. It was probably as vague as the legitimacy of my major. I took a lot of like marketing, and I did some graphic design as well. So like those were my favorite. Yeah. The Coyotes beat the Golden Knights recently. Yeah, and they've also beaten the, Lightning, Avalanche, and Blues, and they play the Caps tonight. Dude, the Coyotes are, I think, about a year ahead of schedule. I thought that they would make things miserable for some playoff caliber teams, but not at that degree just yet. So I am surprised. When the Rocket Rods opened, I think I was 10. Did I ever play Puck Doku? Never have played Puck Doku. Oh, you live in Seattle, Kayla. Okay, cool. Well, greetings from just about 5 hours east of you. Nora just said, "Nick's dog is saying, 'Daddy, I'm trying to sleep.'" Talk, talk. I'm gonna give Cortana a treat for you saying that, Nora. Come here. There you go. Actually, you know what? We're gonna give Cortana 2 treats. Emma gets some love too. Uh, I look different? Dude, I actually had, the beard was going pretty strong, up until about 10 days ago because I it was growing out a fair bit, and then I was trimming it, and I definitely, took a lot more off than I intended to. IIHF has made neck guards mandatory. Yep, that I did hear about that. John, hey, thanks for jumping in. Hey, Blues are kind of, surprising a little bit. They are well alive in that playoff conversation, aren't they? So I'm 31. I'm 36, and yeah, I did it. Yeah, Puck Duke. I'm just hoping to stay on top of all this. Let's see here. It's Hurricanes. Yes, Adidas Hurricanes. So it's not the 25th anniversary. It's the home jersey they wore um, before they switched to the black alternate. So it's this one, right? Well, that doesn't really do a good job. But yeah, it's the one with the black sleeves at the end. I When this came out at first, I thought that it was better than the original red home jersey, from like the CCM days. But when the Hurricanes brought back the original red jersey for the 25th anniversary last year, I actually really like them in that. I just wish that the pants were black, and then maybe that would be a sneaky good kit there. Uh, um, are the Wild going to keep winning? You know what's really funny? Like, imagine if the Wild pulled a 2019 St. Louis Blues because the Blues had fired, I want to say they had fired Mike Yeo and then replaced him with Berube. So, or no, not Mike Yeo. I'm sorry. John Hines is the coach for the Wild. My bad. My bad. Um, I'm not the biggest believer in John Hines teams, honestly. But the thing that's going for the Wild is that right now nobody wants. I mean, there are teams that are over 500, like the Blues and Coyotes, but the question is, are especially with Arizona, it's like, can they keep that up for an 82 game pace? Is it too little, too late for the Oilers, who have also been playing really well? I picked the Wild to finish third in that division. I wouldn't be so confident about that right now because the Jets have actually had a pretty good year. So stranger things have happened. As long as the goaltending can play decently for Minnesota, they should be in that conversation to get back in the playoffs, though. Ba, ba, ba. The new Hurricanes jersey, the Whalers. Oh yeah, it looks beautiful, and I'm glad once again that they've kept Pucky the whale on the shoulder. That's very important. But yeah, I won't be. I unfortunately really just can't collect jerseys anymore. Just that's what happens. Worst jersey being used right now, top five. Oh boy, I could. That's kind of a retread, right? Because you're like, we're still crapping on the Ducks and also on the Kings. Um, but maybe like, what's a jersey that people really like that I don't like that much? One thing that surprised me is that people don't really seem to like the Flyers. The new look for the Flyers, or really, it's an old look with just a couple of refinements. I think they did a fine job on the jerseys. The uniforms themselves didn't blow my hair back so much. Avalanche should make a Nordiques alternate. I'd like to see them make a Nordiques jersey in burgundy, since they've already, they've worn a white version of that. But I'd like to see a burgundy version of it, or if they want to do a full-on blue one, I'm not going to complain about that at all. You can't tell the Flyers looks apart. Yeah, it doesn't really make too much of a difference. But here we go, Natchez to the net. Oh man, just a little bit wide. Shoot it, Pesci. Oh, big save. Big save, Brussois. He's coming up big. Carolina's got 12 shots, and the Jets have none. Uh, yeah, I mean, it's amazing, Cheyenne, how, you know, mid-season coaching changes actually seem to pay off pretty well. I mean, the Oilers look better right now. Um, Obviously, it happened with the 2019 Blues. I know that there are other teams that have, gone on really good runs. What about the Stars, right? The Stars in 2020, David Montgomery, he basically stepped aside because I think he was having problems. Correct me if I'm wrong with alcohol. So he got some help, and I'm very happy that he was able to return to the NHL and have a lot of success. But Rick Bowness stepped in, and we're watching his team tonight, and Bowness was able to get that team to the final back in 2020. Granted, he did it with the help of a red hot Anton Hudobin. That's already sounding like a bit of a throwback for a name. Blah, blah, blah. The Flyers reverse retro should be their home and away. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people say that. I was okay with. I thought those were okay. The orange one, I didn't like how the sleeves were white at the end. The other parts about that jersey, I did like though. Um, you'd like to see the Abs do a Quebec jersey, but with the Husky design. Oh, I like where your head's at, man. That is a great take. Yeah, man. I mean, to think that the Nordiques were going to rebrand themselves with a whole different logo and using purple and teal. How 1990s does that get, honestly? Monday night kickoff's about to happen. Um, Speaking of Monday night, Jake, I hope that you've been able to shake things off after a very brutal Monday night defeat that we suffered a week ago. You saw a Bud Light beer sponsor in most NHL games. The reason why I would ask you would a Space Ranger's favorite drink is wait, what? Oh, I see what you're doing there. Uh, yeah, yeah, Jake, exactly. Okay, I think I'm pretty caught up with the chat. You guys are great, by the way. So thank you. All right, so 69% of you are going with the Hurricanes for this. Well, they of course are winning the game on paper, which is pretty typical of the Hurricanes, right? You're a good girl, Cortana. Your favorite call from me has to be the game 5 overtime winner from Jesper Fast when they beat the Devils. Wow, man, I can't even remember how that sounded. Thank you, though. I'm gonna have to maybe go back and find it. I mean, because my favorite was I don't know which Carter Verhaeghe call I liked more, when he won against the Capitals, 2 seasons ago, or of course, last season against the Bruins. Was that Verhaeghe? Yeah, Verhaeghe scored that goal, yeah. That was, like, one of the few goals in overtime or at the end of the game that, Tkachuk didn't score. Yeah, I'm not so much of a fan of how the NFL games, like the primetime games, get determined either. Sunday night seems to be like the best of the 3 between Sunday and Thursday and Monday. Usually, I think the Sunday night games are the best. Now the Jets are actually starting to threaten a little bit here. Nino Niederreiter, by the way, so what's, Shovel Day Off doing? He spends $8.5 million extending both Scheifele and Hellebuck all the way until the next decade, and then he signs what 31, 32-year-old Nino Niederreiter for another 3 years at like $4 million. He's a fine player, but it's like at some point this stuff could come back and bite them in the butt, especially if they're not keeping roster spots open for otherwise some pretty good prospects, right? Don't they have Lambert, right? And they have Rutger McGroarty, I want to say that's one of their guys. And Matthews, no, Savoy played in Winnipeg for the Ice. He's on Buffalo, but anyway, bit of a head scratcher. AHL logos on a tier list. Did I do AHL logo rankings? I want to say I did at some point, but you know what? After a couple of years, right, our audience doubles, so there's definitely opportunity to do that. We could do even a live stream for it because I think we did that. We did a member stream where we did that, but yeah, for the whole channel, maybe so. I have so many ideas. It's ridiculous, man. Like so many really good ideas, not just myself, but like from people in the community. So I might I might be taking a break from like spending 30 or 50 or even more hours on a single video and just getting stuff filmed, even if it's not all fancy with production value. So I might that to me is like that makes me nervous, honestly, but I might do that. That guy, hey, good evening. How's Idaho? Again, typical Idaho this time of year. Just overcast and like right now it's probably about 35. It's a little slushy out there though. Too slushy. Oh, Jets. Oh, feet in front. Connor. Oh, what a pass. Who was that? Who passed that? That wasn't Perfetti, was it? Going to Nick. Hey, thank you. Will you be able to tune in for the first intermission so I can do the unboxing? Dustin's favorite videos are my hiking ones. Yeah, he did. He mentioned that today. I'm glad to hear that. I actually love making those for our members. It's so fun because I get to do something totally different from YouTube, and I feel like I'm in my element out there. A few inches of snow in Boise, and then it's back to the 50s. Yeah, that's pretty typical Boise, right? Uh, two, yeah, 2 shots and 1 goal, right? Like this is the epitome of Carolina Hurricanes hockey, right? You absolutely dominate the puck possession game. You can do no wrong. You're leading 12-0 in shots, and then the other team puts 2 on goal and 1 goes in. Granted, I don't think that anybody was stopping Kyle Connor's shot because he just roofed it, right? But the Hurricanes are a magnet for this sort of thing, man. Knights are going to get 10 goals. All right, Nick. Well, if the Knights score 10 goals tonight against the Blues, then it will be my turn to send you something. How about that? Take here. I'll even put this on here as a receipt. There you go. If the Knights score 10 goals, I will send you a Twisted Wrister hockey t-shirt. How about that? All right. How much time is left, by the way? I think we're at the final commercial break. So you guys, man, you're so fantastic that I totally lose track of time. Social scientists researchers would call that the flow state. By the way, how was my morning? Oh boy, my morning was fun. So I filmed my roasting of all 32 fan bases, and that video will probably come out on Wednesday. Oh boy, prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. It's going to be spicy. Yours was spoiled. Well, you got to have yourself a schedule or something so nothing gets in the way of it tomorrow. All right. So yeah, this is just a commercial break right now. Oh, you were 20 minutes behind it first. Oh, update score. Thank you, Big Cheese. I appreciate that. All right. Jets, uno. Hurricanes, nothing. Well, Rick, that's kind of what happens when you talk about something potentially divisive like that. So that's just kind of something that happens on YouTube and on the internet. So that's kind of it, man. Uh, last few months have been a little insane. Yeah, I mean, hey, man, it's good to have you here. It's only right if not only our community moderator, of course, but one of the original twisters. Oh my God, that was a beautiful tip play in front that the Jets were setting up. So now they're actually threatening quite a bit. Oh wait, maybe something the other way. Oh wait, that's Ehlers on the back check, so he'll be there in no time. Brissois, of course, he has to play like a Vezina Trophy finalist with the Golden Knights. Whoever their goaltending coach, that guy could probably win a Stanley Cup as a head coach. Brissois is kind of an up and down goalie, though, right? A lot. I mean, most goaltenders are. That's why he's never been a steady starter. But all in all, yeah, he's fine. He's had some great moments. Bill, what's going on, man? The Dallas Stars goal horn has been or goal song has been stuck in your head. Awesome. Cortana's so sleepy. Yeah, she's a good girl. She knows what to expect. I always exercise her, pretty well, especially if we're going to be doing a live stream because I don't want her to be bored. I mean, she is kind of bored, because I've decided to pay attention to this game and to you guys. But she gets her fill every day. She's so lucky. Salad bars, there you are. Which team is going to have the biggest comeback in the standings? I don't want to commit to the Oilers, but I am a little bit optimistic. Um, Maple Leafs, I don't want to say that they need to come back. It's just that they've barely won any games in regulation, so I think that trend is going to kind of fade away. I think they'll start winning more of their games in regulation. But yeah, I don't know, man. Maybe the Oilers. Did I ever ride Soarin' over California? Oh yeah, totally, Rosado. So yeah, I when I was a kid, I'd go down to Disneyland every year, just about. So yeah, I mean, like I can still remember how like they would have vents in the ride that would blow out this like citrus smell, and yeah, kind of a neat ride. And the California Screamin' roller coaster, of course, was amazing. Will the Canucks make a wild card this year? I mean, I still wouldn't count them out of finishing top 3 in their division, so, I mean, they've got Demko playing Demko, right? That makes a big difference, and, JT Miller's had an awesome year so far. Pedersen just picks up where he left off last year, and Quinn Hughes might be the front runner to win the Norris Trophy. So, I mean, why else would in that Pacific Division when the Oilers haven't quite crawled back yet, and your other teams are like maybe the Flames or the Kraken, and the Kraken just don't have it. So yeah, Canucks have a very, very good chance at least getting into the playoffs, even if the Oilers finish in third. What do I think of these Jets jerseys? I like them. I'm a big sucker for anything two-tone blue. I wouldn't say that they're not my favorites. Like the jersey itself is, I think, augmented by the overall kit. There's good balance to the kit overall. Oh, by the way, we're already in the final 10 seconds. Could the Jets actually get something going here? Well, they're going to gain the zone. Oh, never mind. An intercepted pass by Teravainen, and we get to intermission. All right, unboxing time. Let's do the unboxing with the Jets on top of the Hurricanes 1-0. So here we go. So Dustin and Kayla and Nick, here we go, guys. I'm going to do an unboxing. All right, we're going to start with, so I am, my mind is just blown how these two packages come from Vegas Golden Knights fans. I'm not a Sharks channel, but we already know where my allegiances stand. All right, let me, I love you, Cortana, but we're going to hide you for right now. We'll get you back on there. I want to make sure that we can, get this full screen. And actually, I'm going to hide the banner too. So hold on. Go, and I'll hide that too. Okay. Wait, why am I not full screen? Never mind. All right. Okay. Well, first of all, this is very well packaged. And of course, there's bubble wrapping because this is something so fragile. Ethan, thanks for jumping in here, man. Good evening. You're just in time for an unboxing, by the way. Don't worry, Anthony. Cortana's going to come back. All right. There we go. Oh, wait. There's also a mailer in here. One sec. Because I'll show you the main piece in just a moment here, but I want to make sure I'm not leaving this out as well. Where'd Cortana go? Don't worry, she'll be right back. Because I want to make sure that my whole screen is allowing me to show off whatever a couple of our subscribers and supporters have sent us here. All right, what do we have here? Oh, look at that. So Dustin's got an otherworldly memorabilia collection. He's for the love of life on here. Zane, hey, just in time for an unboxing. So we got ourselves some signed Sharks player photos. Isn't that amazing? We start out. Look at that. It's Joe Pavelski, and he's accepting, what is that? The Clarence Campbell Bowl. That's awarded to the Western Conference champion. And we've got Pavelski's signature on here. If you can see that in black right on his arm there. Check that out. So Captain Joe Pavelski from 2016. That's awesome. Then we've got one of my favorite Sharks, actually. Tommy Wingels. A signed Tommy Wingels. There's the signature right there. Wingels played a few years with the Sharks. Always would stick up for his teammates. Could add a little bit of offense as well. He was a good Shark. Actually, at one point, he was kind of my favorite Shark, honestly. Oh, nice. Got two more here. Oh, Dustin, man, like You hit me right in the feels with some of these. These are like some of my actual like all-time favorites. I don't know how you it's almost like you watched one of my old videos from like 4 years ago. Then we've got general manager Mike Greer, who played a couple seasons in Teal, and man, he really was an awesome penalty killer. Again, another guy kind of like Tommy Wingles who would stick up for his teammates. He would fight, and now he's the general manager. And yeah, of course, signed by Mike Greer. That's great, dude. And then, oh my gosh, I didn't have anything autographed by this guy. And you know what? This is just perfect. Crankshaft Douglas Murray. Is this his rookie season? This might be from his rookie season. Douglas Murray, pretty much the only Shark I've ever really talked to in person besides like Mike Rathje. And Crankshaft, or Cranky as we would call him. This dude was just a bruiser out there. Just look at his fights with George Peros, Riley Cote, you know, Scrashtons. He'd fight anybody out there, and most of the time he'd get the best of them. And you know what? He actually turned out to be a pretty decent defenseman for the Sharks. Dude, you hit on three of my favorite. Like, well, Pavelski too, obviously, the captain of the cup team. But yeah, you hit on three of my like personal favorites: Greer, Cranky, and Wingles. So 14 out of 10 to start things out. And hold on a second. Look at this. The pièce de résistance. We got a signed photo of Jumbo Joe Thornton. Look at that, man. What a legend. What a legend right there. So, what can we do to make room for Jumbo Joe over there? We'll have to figure that out. I don't want to move Ovechkin. But given that this was gifted to me by Dustin, like I said, we'll have to find some space for Jumbo. Thank you so much, Dustin. This was very much well worth the logistical snafu. So thank you. All right. Oh, I love those. And I know some people are jumping in here too. If you had any questions for me, I will get to those once we finish our unboxing here. So that was everything from Dustin. If the wings pennant gets removed, you right. Exactly. I was like, well, I can't move that, obviously. All right. And you know what? I never noticed this, Dan, but the three pennants that I have there, except for that Jets one, but those are kind of representative of our three moderators on YouTube, because the Penguins is for CJ, the Wild is for Jake, and Red Wings for you. How about that? All right, now we've got a package here from Nick. There you are. Okay. Jumbo Joe retired too young. Facts. All right. So again, coming from Las Vegas, I'm a little bit fearful of what could be in here, but that's okay. We'll see what happens. There we go. Oh! All right, so we start off. Oh my God, we gotta do the Blues Clues. First of all, Nick wrote a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I think we know who it's from. All right, so first of all, we get this little printout here. By the way, these sorts of things I always put on my refrigerator downstairs. So Nick says, all right, your content is amazing. Well, thank you. You bring much light into the hockey community, so I hope you enjoy these gifts. And this was also a belated birthday gift. So he said, happy birthday. Give Cortana a bunch of treats. Go Knights, go. From Nick with no C. Oh, dude, that's perfect. I'm putting that on my fridge. All right. You used really good quality paper when you printed these out too. I thought they were stickers at first just from that. Yeah, Blue's Clues letter song. Exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Isn't that funny? Dan and CJ. So we're gonna start with. Oh God, we got some cards in here. Oh, ooh. I'm excited for whatever could be in there. Oh, that's right. You did. I remember you mentioning this, Nick. Okay, so we'll hold on to that. Okay, we got that, and then we also have something else really cool in here. Nick, what's going on? Thanks for jumping in. Big Cheese, you know what's up. All right. Yeah, I know. I really do have a lot of stuff. I mean, if anybody wants to buy various jerseys from me, I'm going to sell a bunch of them. Of course, any jersey that's been given to me by you guys, I'm holding on to that. Wow, we have so many cards. So we'll go through these. I mean, shoot, the intermission must be over, but that's fine. I don't care. I'd rather give the time that we need to with these. You got the Whalers, nice. Oh shit, Big Cheese. That sounds pretty awful, man. I'm sorry to hear that. Let's see here. All right, let's see. No, you're not? Okay, okay. Las Pistas de Blue. Awesome. Blues Clues in Espanol. Thanks for joining us, Otaro. All right, let's see who we got here with all these cards. Uh, I'm selling jerseys. Yeah, I didn't like make any announcement on it, but like I'm gonna be selling probably a bunch of them. And it'll be kind of for a good cause because the funds for that will go toward my trip to the East Coast. So I plan to go to like one, if not two, or maybe three NHL games, and maybe meet some Twisters out there. Okay, so I mean, this is going to take a long time here, but I'll read off all the names, and then for like certain cards, I'll probably just hold them up to you. So we've got a rookie, Buffalo Sabres Jack Quinn. That's kind of cool. Ryan McDonough. We got Yoel Kiviranta. I think he had that goal to send the Stars to the Stanley Cup final a few years ago. Kevin Hayes. Trey Fix-Wolansky. I'm not sure who that is. These are all O-Pee-Chee, by the way. Taylor Hall. Cody Ceci. Michael Rasmussen. Oh, yeah, here we go. Boom, boom. We got McKinnon right here. I know there might be a bit of a glare from my spotlight here. And we've got, Moritz Seider. Andre Kasha. Too bad he couldn't stay in the NHL. Ooh, and then we've got, look at these. This is kind of cool. This is a bit of a different design. We've got Bobrovsky. And we've got Svechnikov. Awesome. Then we've got another one of my personal favorites, Brent Burns, while he was still on the Sharks. Then we have Radek Faksa, Mark Scheifele. Ooh, and this one's in blue, so I don't know if that means it's a little bit more rare. Sports cards kind of have a tendency to do that. Another guy who is on this Jets roster, and that's Connor Hellebuck. Lucas Raymond, Charlie McAvoy. There we go. There he is. John, what's my PO box? Big Cheese. I don't have a PO box anymore. I trust you guys. So if you want to send me anything, then you'll see the video description below. You can reach out to me through email, Discord, X, Instagram, and I'll hook you up with whatever you need to know there. We've got John Carlson. Yeah, I know that we're starting the second period, and we have more things here in this box. Matt Grzelcyk, Carter Verhaeghe, one of my favorites. Philip Deneau, Victor Hedman, 1,000 games for him. Congratulations. Zdeno Chara as an Islander as well. All right, cool. I think that's all of the cards. And then we have two other things here. First of all, wow, that's awesome, man. Look at that. So Nick received a warm-up puck during a preseason game between his favorite team and my favorite team, Sharks and Knights. So he's gifted that to me. I really appreciate that. Do I have any warm-up pucks? I don't think so. This is really cool. Thank you. And then check this out. Oh, whoops. There was one other player too. Oh, Corey Perry. Of course, Corey Perry. And then we've got this Nashville Predators jersey. And check this out. This is actually signed by Matthias Ekholm. There we go. Can you see that the signature's in the 4 right there? And it's got the certification right here as well. And yeah, there's the signature if you can see that a little bit more clearly. But yeah, and we even have a JSA authentication card as well. That means it's legitimately legit. So look at this. That's awesome, dude. I don't know how you got that, but thank you so much. The puck, all the cards, and a handwritten letter. That's pretty S tier. Oh, the Sharks beat the Golden Knights that game. Okay, so that's what you were just like, I don't need this. No, I'm just joking. Thank you so much, Nick. I really appreciate that. And of course, Dustin, thank you again. Yeah, how about that? I think that's the first time I've gotten an autographed jersey from somebody here. So I really do appreciate that. That's wonderful. So thank you for doing that. And yeah, we can resume the stream. Yeah, first class unboxing. That's gonna say it all right there, huh? All right. So oh yeah, dude, that's awesome. That's wonderful of you. And you said that you hope that Cortana gets lots of treats. So I think we need to make good on our wish here. Hey, you want some treats? Come over here. Good. Can you lie down? All right. Oh, Cortana doesn't have her camera on. There we go. There we go. Now we got Cortana. Don't worry. I almost goofed that up. All right. Let's give her some organic apple. There she goes. All right. Let's do it again. Whoop. Here you go. There you go. And I got more for you. Here you go. All right. Good girl. All right. That's that. Man, I'm already getting hungry. Has anybody ever given Cortana a gift? Oh God, off the top of my head, I want to say yeah. You know, CJ Cole Sachs, he gave Cortana some treats a couple times, like some actual like baked treats from where he lives in Pennsylvania. So that's pretty dope. Skylar Patrick, Cortana is the best. You hear that, girl? Everybody loves you. Everybody does. We're gonna give you even more treats for that. Yeah. Good girl. All right. I'm reading this, Zane. What's this? You know what, Zane? Have you ever heard about this? So what was this? Did this happen at Madison Square Garden or did this happen at the Rock? One time, I want to say it was like the Devils were again, correct me if I'm wrong, guys. I think the no, or was it the Islanders? Was it the Islanders? who were hosting like a Santa costume competition, and then so a bunch of Santas, trot out the ice during intermission. A couple of them take off their jackets to reveal Rangers jerseys, and then they get tackled by the other Santas. Oh, thanks, Nick. Yeah, I know. She's just the best, isn't she? Uh, like, so, Nick, what yeah, Windy City Hockey, are you still here? I'll show it off anyway, why not? Bu So, yeah, again, from Dustin, we had the, Devils lost to the Sharks. Yeah, Devils have been flat, to say the least. But, yeah, we got the, signed Jumbo Joe Thornton framed. I swear, in my past life, I must have been like a teacher or something. I have this knack for, like for show and tell, it's like, and then Joe Pavelski won the Campbell Conference Trophy as the Sharks went to the Stanley Cup in 2016. And so, yeah, and again, these are all signed, right? We got Joe Pavelski here. We've got oh boy, what was it? Oak Park native Tommy Wingles. I know he's from Illinois, and he played for the Hawks for a little bit. I loved Wingles because he always stuck up for his teammates. Mike Greer, general manager Mike Greer, who played some great third line for the Sharks for about 3 years. And then, yeah, the last one was this one's great, man. Douglas Crankshaft Murray. That one, I think I need that one like above my bed, probably. All right. So by the way, it's still what's the score now? It's still 1-0 Jets. How old is Cortana? Guys, Cortana next month will turn 10. I can't believe it. She's still catching frisbees out of the air. She'll go on any hike I take her on. Well, I mean, she has no choice, but she'll hike with me like 15 miles. She's amazing. Aren't you, girl? She's amazing in so many ways. I mean, there's nothing that I've ever appreciated and cherished, and nobody I've ever loved as much as this one right here. She's just the best. Let's see here. What fast food chain do you get free food deals from when they win? Papa John's gives you free pizza at Amalie Arena. So yeah, for the Sharks now, it's just what is it? I think is it Taco Bell? I think it's Taco Bell right now. It might have been Jack in the Box at one point, but it was tacos either way. So I think if the Sharks score 4 goals, you get 4 tacos. So that's probably happened like maybe once this year. Back in the day, though, they used to give out round table pizza. That's more of a West Coast thing, or at least California. Um, and those pizzas were decent. Like you would get like a 8 inch. No, maybe 8 inch. I don't know. But yeah, you would just bring in your ticket stub afterwards, and being a college student when they were running that promo, it was the best when they would score. It was called four in the net pizza you get. So there you go. You have to leave 2 hours before the game. That does sound pretty substantial. You loved Roundtable? Oh yeah, do they have those in Nevada? I mean, I guess it all almost makes sense for the Golden Knights to have a pizzeria called Roundtable in their arena. Oh, shot and a big pad save there by what was that, Kochetkov or Ranta? Ranta. There it is. Let's give you free tacos from Taco Bell or two in the same period. Oh, that's kind of fun. If they score in the first, you get free French fries from McDonald's. The best was when they did the, what didn't they do, like, you get a free dozen, like, glazed donuts if Marc-Andre Fleury records a shutout or something like that? Round Table was in Pocatello. Oh, interesting. Okay. You have a Steve Bozak card. Tyler Bozak had a really good kind of, under the radar postseason that year they won the Stanley Cup. Rick Ross, the, Chicago White Sox. Boy, it's been forever since the White Sox were really good. Oh, big shot by Perfetti. So the Jets have really poured it on this period. I think that they have, like, what? 9 shots already in this period? Oh, yeah, I never even put up the banner again. I mean, I know that we're not religiously keeping, track here, but, just to be thorough here. Alright. Yeah, they don't do the donut promotion. Yeah. All good things must come to an end. Lehigh Valley Phantoms game. You get a free pizza. They got shut out. You just want pizza. Ah, I love pizza. You know why I love it is because it's not just I have like a pizza quota. I have to eat 1 per week at least, even if it's a frozen one, honestly. Yeah, Rick knows what's up here. Hmm. Which reminds me, I need to put up a poll. Not about pineapple on pizza. We've done that a couple times before, but best meat for a pizza. All right. Sounds good, Dustin. Thanks for joining here and of course for these wonderful signed photos, man. Again, like some of my favorites to ever wear teal. So great job with that. And have a great time at the game. All right. What is the best meat for a pizza? Is it sausage? Is it bacon? Is it BBQ chicken? Or is it I don't know. What else? What other kinds of good meats? Ham seems a little bit too plain, but I don't know. Italian sausage, bacon, barbecue chicken, or no, I'll put steak. Why not? Pepperoni. Oh yeah, good call. Of course, if you say that you want pepperoni in Italy, you'll get a very very strange look. Bacon and barbecue chicken together, a little bit of ranch on top. Absolutely, sign me up. Barbecue or Hawaiian. Uh, every Friday night, homemade pizza. Oh wow, and 750 milliliters of beer. That sounds just about right. That's, for anybody in the States, that's like, what, 2 pints? Maybe a little bit more than 2 pints. Just a normal cheese. That's what I used to like personally. And I mean, like, if you go to a pizzeria that does it right, and it's good and greasy, then a plain cheese pizza can just be amazing. Who puts ranch on pizza? Exactly. Um, yeah, but it's kind of a game changer too. Ranch on pizza is no-no? Hawaiian? Oh, I'm all for Hawaiian. Or I'm all for any combination of meat and pineapple. Of course, you don't wanna have, like, anchovies or olives on there at the same time. Pepperoni and bacon is goated. That's a lot of salt, but when you've had a couple beers, there's nothing better, honestly. I randomly froze on your phone. I'm usually full of hot takes, not cold ones. I don't know. There's a bowling place that has pizza. The cheese is rubbery. A good kind of rubbery. Interesting. Negative on ranch. Interesting. Yeah, a decent amount of pizza people aren't, so keen on that. How much pizza do I eat a day? I guess I eat the equivalent of 1 slice if I like to eat 1 a week, like 1 full pizza a week. 710 millimeter can. That's a big can. I thought more people would vote sausage. Okay, yeah, we got a lot of pepperoni fans. Allergic to mayo. Oh, man. Well, I guess some people would be just naturally from an egg allergy. Chuck E. Cheese pizza. Dude, I don't even think you can call that pizza. But when you're a kid, you still eat it anyway. Uh, you got a clear house? I have too much stuff? Yeah, I mean, I don't wanna get into hoarder territory by any means. But again, like I said, I'm gonna be selling some jerseys, and, if anybody wants to buy an all-electric lawnmower, maybe we can work something out. What do you drink with pizza? Yeah, usually it's just beer. What type of beer? Uh, uh, something either like a traditional lager of sorts or a pale ale. An IPA is maybe a little bit too intense. An amber works fine too, but I don't really like to drink a porter or a stout with that. Chick-fil-A is the greatest fast food restaurant. You know, I haven't really figured out why people love it that much. I think it's I think it's pretty good. Um, but I'd still prefer spending my money at Chipotle over Chick-fil-A probably. At least put up the framed photo. I gotta make it happen. I gotta make it happen. Uh, you know what? I might have a spot for it. I have a thought. I have some thoughts about that. Yeah. Hmm. You've never had Chick-fil-A? I think I've had it like 2, maybe 3 times. 710 is normal? Hmm. I think we call that a tall boy where I live. A Chico Alto. Still, 1-0, by the way. Chipotle's overrated. Taco Bell is better. Ooh, that sounds like a hot take to me. The Chipotle where you live always gets orders wrong. The one thing I will complain about with Chipotle is that it doesn't matter. Anybody who works there, you're going down the line and you specify what kind of salsa you want, and before you can even finish saying what you want, they've already shoveled a bunch of sour cream and cheese on your burrito. Like, why did you just assume that I want that, you know? Uh, you used to play for Oh, really? You played for the White Sox? I played for the Braves, and I played for the A's, and I think that's it. Oh, Raising Cane's? We don't have that where I live. KFC is trash, Subway is trash, BK is trash. Yo, you know what though? If you're gonna bring up Subway, let's all be on the same page here. It's all about Quiznos. I miss it so much. It was so weird though, the way that they would like their sequence of things would always be kind of weird. How is Spokane doing this year? Better. To quote Herb Brooks in Miracle, better. Not great, but better. Berkeley Catton is going to, or at least he's trending as a first round draft pick, so that's kind of cool. But I haven't been to any games since like October, so I need to go back out there. Um, but yeah, they're doing better. They're competitive. They were really competitive against Prince George recently, who's been like by far and away the best team in their division. The Chiefs, I think, lost just 2-0. A&W is good. I've never had well, besides the root beer, I've never had A&W. Hell, I've never even had Arby's. I really took a dip in my fast food consumption, pretty early on, although I used to eat a decent amount of fast food. Raising In-N-Out is the go to burgers. I mean, I love In-N-Out. I can understand why some people don't like it. I love Five Guys, but that's a little bit different than In-N-Out. It's not the same thing, you know? Fast food conversations, that's always one of our most important, debates here on our channel. Five Guys is way too expensive for what you get, unless you really like french fries, right? Five Guys is too salty. I remember it's been for, actually a long time since I last had it, but, it is a little bit on the salty side, but yeah, I like it. Yeah, but I mean, like, out here where I live, we don't have, anything on the East Coast we really don't have. One that I really wanna try, which is a lot more niche, even though a lot of people know about it, is Culver's. the butter burger, which you can get in, like, Wisconsin and around there. Jimmy John's, it's a it's alright. Is it better than Subway? I'm not gonna argue against that, though. Whataburger was the worst, huh? Why should you be a Twisted Wrist or Hockey member? Because you'll be, first of all, supporting my work, which is kick ass, and you get some additional content. So at the all-star level, we do occasional live streams, usually like one per week or per 10 days. And then MVPs get additional videos. And my broadcast just cut out. We have some other benefits as well. I usually have a lot more regular interaction with our members because we have like an Instagram group, and I mean, just getting to know our members is also a lot of fun because it's cool not just seeing like what teams people cheer for or like where they live in the country or in the continent or in the world. Just you come to find out that those are the kind of people that really appreciate supporting your work because they're just really cool people. Yeah, I've never had Whataburger. I've never had Steak Shack, Wawa. Yeah, we don't have Wawa. Yeah, there's a lot that we don't have here. Capriotti's. I think we have a do we have a Capriotti's here? I think we do. No, maybe I'm thinking about Caruso's instead. I've heard of Capriotti's though. I personally I haven't had it in forever, but I really like Potbelly back in the day. You're hoping to go to a Wild game this season? Um, I mean, I'd love to go, of course, just like I would any other arena, but I really want to see all those jerseys they hang up of all the high school hockey teams. That'd be pretty sweet. Wait, you haven't been to a hockey game yet? All right. Well, I don't know how. Oh, and the Jets make it 2-0. By the way, Nick Ehlers, the Great Dane, and that's 2-0 Winnipeg. Man, Cortana, we're gonna have to give you a treat here because there have not been that many goals. Potbelly's also good. But yeah, Cheyenne, I hope you have a chance to go to Bridgestone Arena. It's a fun place to take in a game for sure. Is it free to be a member? How can you guys get a membership? So you have to click join. That's either below, below me here. You just scroll down a little bit, or you can just go to my channel homepage and there will be a join button. But yeah, memberships are paid for. I mean, you pay for memberships because it's additional content. And it's kind of like Patreon, right? It's like saying, hey, I really like the work you do. Here are some bucks to help you. Because yeah, like this is my job, dude. Honestly, if every subscriber we have, if everybody just became a member, then I would be able to do this, and financially, I'd be able to pay my bills and maybe even go on the road once in a while and meet fans. So yeah, Chicago hot dogs are pretty awesome. I love a good Chicago dog. Even Sonic made a really good one. But it's crazy. Even though I was only in Chicago for 5 months, I still shame myself for never going to Portillo's. Do I have another job? No, I don't. It's this. Yeah, I quit my job a year ago. And no problem, Ethan. You can always reach out to me if you have any more questions. PDQ. I don't know what that is. What's going on here? You're 2-2-2 going to Islanders games this year. Hopefully 3-2-2. No, Zane, you don't have to be sorry, my man. Remember, you guys would be doing us a benefit by getting us closer to that first overall pick. So good luck. Have you by the way met Kim? Isles girl? Because I think she goes to every game just about, unless she's working. Because I know that she's a nurse. So the more processed the burger is, the more average it tastes. I bet you get some pretty good burgers down where you live, Lautaro. You don't like eating in your car? Well, I mean, but you don't have to, but that's fair though. My car is so messy though. Having a having Cortana and we go hiking and snowboarding and road tripping. My car is just it's so grungy, but that's what makes it my car, I guess. Uh, yeah. Isles Girl will stream every Sunday, usually at about 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific. And Samantha, hey, good evening. Yeah, in Buenos Aires, right? Yeah, Argentina is known for its good beef production, right? You're more of a chicken sandwich. I mean, Jake, if you give me a burger with anything I want on it, and then you give me a Korean fried chicken sandwich, I'm going with a chicken sandwich all day. So I hear what you mean, man. You want to save up for a Kraken jersey. All right. That's a good goal to have. Those are fun. Those are fun looking jerseys. What network do I use in the States? You mean for like streaming? I'm doing this through ESPN Plus. So it gets I get most of the games. Sometimes a couple teams are considered blackout markets for me. So like the Avalanche, the Golden Knights, and of course the Kraken. That's the closest team to me as the crow flies in the States. Have I been to Wingstop? Yeah, I actually do like Wingstop a fair bit. Their fries are just those are crack, man. I love their fries. Oh, Samantha says hi, Cortana. Yeah, you want to say hello? Here. Can you wave to Samantha? Can you give her a shake? She says hi. All right, strong arm. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us. And have a great time at the game, Nick and Dustin. Free ticket to a Kraken game. Well, shoot, that's one way to do it. I might have to take you up on that. All right, I think I'm caught up here mostly. The production of good beef is one of our pride. Uh, Sunday afternoon roast is priceless. Oh, all right. In a lot of other countries, you roast a pig, but that is unique. This game, by the way, 6 minutes and 22 seconds left in the second periods. Yeah, 2-0. Uh, Soybeans, iron, and potatoes. All right, Ethan. All right, you want to say hi, Ethan? Or you want to say hi to Ethan? Shake, 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 girl. Yeah, you say hi. You good girl? Yeah, you good girl. Good job. You want to see the jersey? Of course. Just 1 second. You pay 34 bucks a month for Sportsnet, but the Jets are your team, and they're blacked out. So you could pay for TSN, which is 20 bucks. Yeah, on top of that, that's a fair bit. Um, I mean, have you ever tried NHL66.ir? There is a subscription there to help you get around regional blackouts. So it's probably not 20 bucks though. I think it's $10. Tabes. Jags are up 14-7. Okay, here we go, Samantha. I'm rocking this Hurricanes. It's now an alternate jersey. We've got the storm flags on the bottom too, which I like quite a bit. And yep, that's just about it though. There isn't a name and number on there. 70 annually for nighttime plus. Yeah, to see all of the Knights games, no matter where you are. That's not bad for the whole year. You plan on going to the West Coast when the Islanders go to San Jose, Anaheim, and LA. I know I'm familiar with the area, so what are some fun things to do around those cities? So if you're going to San Jose, and I mean, no matter what, when you're in California, you need a car. I would recommend maybe staying in. not in San Jose itself, but, like, Santa Cruz. That's, right on the water, and it's only about 30 or 35 minutes away from the arena, as long as you know when to get there because traffic can be crazy. However, going from Santa Cruz to San Jose in the afternoon or evening, I think that should be okay. Usually, the traffic's going the other way. So, I would go to Santa Cruz if you wanna, check out the coastline there, and, I mean, God, if you go to Anaheim, obviously, you got Disneyland right there. LA, I haven't really spent much time in LA in quite some time. But basically, if you like going to concerts, you're gonna have everything to choose from, especially in Southern California. You're gonna be about an hour away from San Francisco if you go to San Jose. Um, Obviously, there are much more like museums and whatnot there. But you got to go to La Victoria in San Jose. That is the home of the best burrito in Northern California. La Victoria. You can always hit me up and I'd be happy to give you more suggestions. Oh man, you're already making me hungry, Lautaro. Empanadas are delicious, especially. It was blacked out for you, but if you get a VPN, then you could watch. So yeah, I heard that there's a subscription that you can pay for on NHL 66, and basically it bakes in the VPN, so you don't have to worry about that from your side. But that's only something I've heard about. Um, I have a VPN as well. It's kind of finicky because I have to basically restart my computer and then log into my VPN, and ESPN sometimes doesn't even get that right, but that's ESPN. I'm not hungry already. That's true. You put anything in front of my face, I may not look it, but man, I can chow down pretty well. Charles, hey, what's going on? No, 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 man. I don't forget you at all, man. I don't get too many Coyotes fans, so we need to have you hanging out with us. So anyway, Coyotes. Hey, I'm glad to see that they're doing well. I thought that it would kind of start coming together next year, but this year they're doing pretty darn well. So yeah, let's give Cortana a couple treats. It's been a while since you were here. And give Cortana some pets. Here, who's a good girl? Oh, here, Cortana. Ah, she gets an ear hat. Oh, ear hat. You hate the Coyotes? I don't think anybody can hate the Coyotes. Come on, man. They haven't like truly qualified for the playoffs in like what now? 11 years? I don't really count the bubble year because they weren't even I don't think they were top 8 in the conference when the season ended. So anyway, yeah, I hope the Coyotes can hey, I hope they can get back into the playoffs. That'd be awesome. You were at the game where you got shut out 2-0. Not too many people can say that they've been to a game where they've been shut out by Arizona. But like I said, the Yotes they got some weapons, man. Whether that's Michelli or Keller or Cooley or even from the defense, they have guys who can move the puck pretty well too. A new stadium near Paradise Valley. So would that be for the Coyotes or would that be for like a different team? Uh, um, you're hoping the stadium is small so you can sell out games. Well, who knows? I mean, maybe that'll come at like the height of your franchise, honestly. Okay. UBS parking was god awful. I mean, God, I can't imagine trying to park at a sporting event anywhere like that in New York. 30 minutes just to get back to the parking lot after the game? Oh my god, how does that happen? Alright, Nick, have a great time. And again, man, thanks. This is awesome, man. I'll have to put this in my, well, actually, I have a puck display case downstairs, and, I couldn't really display it right here, though, I don't think, but anyway, it'll be awesome. Do I still live in Idaho? Yeah, 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 I'm still here in Idaho. Yeah, it's pretty good. I think the Coyotes are not hated. Well, yeah, I don't think I think the only thing that people say that they hate, if you can even use that word, is that, that they haven't figured out the arena situation or haven't been relocated or whatever. Um, really cold. It's a colder climate, just generally speaking, but we don't really get big extremes. So, it's rare if it's below, like, even it's rare if it's below, like, 15 degrees. It happens a few times a year, but, like, I'm cool with it. I love when it's cold and snowing. Um, but yeah, I mean, it can be, I would say the average high can be, like, 45 or below for, like, 7 or 8 months out of the year, so it is a bit different from that side of things. But yeah, I do like it here quite a bit. San Jose is not that far away. I mean, I'm surprised that we haven't seen any reports about the Sharks being interested in, relocating or selling the franchise, honestly, because I can't imagine that they're turning much of a profit these days. Um, and the attendance is the worst in the NHL right now. But then again, their owner has very, very deep pockets. He's the chairman of SAP in Germany. He's very hands off as an owner, so I don't think that it's quite caught up to him just yet that things are in a really bad spot right now. Uh, the parking lot's nowhere near the arena. Yikes. Sausage? Oh, yeah, by the way, pepperoni. Oh, wow, half the votes were pepperoni. I don't know, if I had to choose just one meat on a pizza, just one meat, actually, I don't know, because Italian sausage and, like, mushrooms, that's just a great combo. Not too many people like sausage, but then again, I am a fun guy, so, uh oh, no, so, yeah, I used to live, in around San Jose, but there and Santa Clara and Mountain View, but no, no, it's such a, like, a temperate climate. I mean, comparatively. There was a really big hit there. I wonder if they're gonna replay it. Uh, yeah, yeah, right, Jake? Oh, yeah, there's only, like, 1. I'm just gonna update this to say intermission right now because we're only 1 minute away. Uh, yeah, you just take the train to the game. Oh, the Hurricanes score! That's a big goal. Natchez. Natchez was very clutch for them last year. He ordered pizza with pepperoni and pineapple. Yeah, I know, right? I thought that that was so weird when I first heard about, like, that idea of putting pineapple on pizza, but pepperoni and pineapple, I mean, I'd eat half of that myself. Highs below freezing. Yeah, that happens. That happens. So, yeah, under a minute left, and the Hurricanes, with their 30th shot on goal, by the way, they're outshooting the Jets 30-16. Yeah, 0 Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's when you know it's cold. Not when we're talking about 0 Celsius. Yeah. The coldest it's been, when I've lived here, and I mean, it was just like this for not even 2 days, was like, I think with wind chill, like, -25 or something. And that's really cold, though. I mean, like, Cortana can't even go out when it's like that. Or she can, but she just wants to pee and get the F back inside. I don't know, I like it. There's kind of a novelty to it since it's pretty rare out here. A lot more now? I um, yeah, I remember, like, when I started doing live streaming, I remember that you would hang out with us, back then, like, around, like, the when the Coyotes were in the playoffs back in 2020. I don't get, like, people don't recognize me in person that much, though, actually, if at all. It was fun, though, because one time I went grocery shopping, and, uh, just before I go inside to, the sliding door, I hear, like, "Excuse me, sir," and I'm like, "Oh god, what is it?" I look over and it's, somebody with a table set up but I was like, "It's a kid though, so I'll at least entertain what they have to say," because I thought it was like, "Oh, will you, donate some money for my school or like, you know, the equivalent of like Girl Scout cookies for something?" And I'm like, "Well, it's kids." So it's like, "All right, how am I gonna say no to a kid?" Right? He's like, "Would you be interested in sponsoring my hockey team?" And I'm like, "Oh, absolutely." And, I was like, "You know what? I make videos on YouTube about hockey." He's like, "Yeah, I thought I've seen one of your videos before." And I'm like, "Okay, this is too great." So, anyway, I gave him a little money for some sponsorship there. Uh, the cities are a nice area outside of downtown. Hmm. I haven't been to the Twin Cities in, like, what, 5 years? S Going on, yeah, 6 years about. Gotta get my ass back there. Um You want Dustin's, channel, Samantha? I can give you that because, nobody else can post links, so if you just give me a moment here. Just hold on here. Hmm, why can't I find his channel? There we go. I got Dustin here. Here you go, Samantha. Skull, yeah, that's right. Big Cheese, you know I'm a Vikings fan, right? Alright, Samantha, boom. Your 14-year-old nephew, Moose, knew how I was, really? Oh, what my second favorite team is? Yeah, it's the Hurricanes. Dean, what's going on, man? Get ready for the Knights game, and how about the Niners? Yeah, you know what? The Niners are kinda by default my second favorite football team, but I really like them anytime they beat the Eagles, or especially, of course, the Packers. Yeah, that's awesome. Your nephew's name is Moose. Probably after, what, Mika Rantanen? So, yeah, second intermission. I mean, granted, I'm not really, like, doing, like, play-by-play or anything like that. So, I mean, I could just skedaddle right now, but because you guys are such a great group, and especially because we have once again been the recipients of the benevolence of this community, I will stick around. But under one condition, I got to go get myself a beer. So hold on one second. Watch Cortana for me. I forgot that I had turned myself off there. If Bill's still here, do you get much of Odell Brewing where you live out there? Because they are based in Fort Collins, and that is what I'm about to pour right here. Right, his name is Matt, yeah. You called him Moose way before Miko. Interesting. Oh, good for him. After oh, hey. Hey, what's going on? How you doing, Carl? After Burnett here is coming to us all the way from the amazing, amazing country of New Zealand. All right. All right, let's see here. And we're pouring what are we pouring here? 90 shilling ale. Okay, I think it's is it a Scotch ale? Let's see how it pours. Now, if you're not in a pinch, this is the best way to do it. Just go straight down the middle and then let it settle for a little while. Yeah, I guess this is kind of a Scotch ale, right? It's kind of a deep amber brown. All right. You're living vicariously through me. You know, I'm not even watching this game to be frank with you. It's because it doesn't matter if we have like 5 or 500 people here. It's always a very lively, lively chat. Is Cortana closer to the cam? Yeah, so I repositioned it because I really want to maximize the cuteness overload. You'd stop by the brewery after work. Awesome. There we go. Well, cheers. I wouldn't say it's quite a full Scotch ale. It's more of like a deep amber ale. It's a little biscuity, but still fairly balanced. A little bit grassy though. Um, yeah, I can't help you there, Samantha. I don't have everybody's contact information, and actually, I probably wouldn't want to give that out on a live chat like this. To respect privacy, you worked in Fort Collins for over a year. That seems like a pretty cool place, right? I mean, God, if you like beer, that's the perfect place to live. Happy with the Canes and the Wilds Mount Rushmore. Well, thank you. Yeah, that was people are get really passionate about that stuff. I'm learning. Are still people boycotting Bud Light? I don't think that that's happening as much. I try to stay out of any sort of conversation around that sort of stuff, though. Um, yeah, handwritten letter. That's so cool. I'm gonna have to put that on my fridge. So much for all the game notes. Overtime, Penguins and Flyers. Oh, I put my trash can on my windowsill for some reason. I don't want Cortana knocking it over. I think there were like orange peels in there or something. Toria, hey, good evening. All right, here we go. I'm gonna do right-handed. Right-handed. I'm a lefty now. Right-handed. Kobe. Look at that automatic. Yeah, if anybody needs my email address, just see the video description down below. That's fine. I'm happy giving that out. My phone number, you got to be in the exclusive club, but it happens from time to time. Yeah, Bill, go for it, man. I mean, I haven't been into Colorado since I was 12. That's so weird because like I've been through just about every state in the West except for like Kansas. I guess it's next door to you technically, but anyway. How's the weather? Cold, but not bitter by any means. It's basically hovering around 35, 40. We got a really good dump of snow for a couple days, and now it's just getting slushy, and I can't stand that. I'd rather it be like minus 10 degrees and crisp than be slushy. Or I mean, if it's gonna snow, it better be like below 30 degrees, so then that way the snow stays on the ground and it's all powdery and just walking through it is that's just magical. But yeah, it's kind of it's an El Nino year, right? Yeah, it's an El Nino year. So like where I live, we're not high up enough in elevation to where the snow stays on the ground all that often. Last year though, this time it was crazy, man. We had like 6 weeks of winter from like early November up until like December 20th, and then it all just melted during actual winter, which was weird. Rum Hut, how you doing? Go Jets. Hey, you're surviving the barrage of Carolina Hurricanes shots. So good on Brissois, especially killed off a couple of penalties too. Is there a rivalry between Canadian and U.S. teams? Yes, you see that more in women's hockey. Um, like the national teams will battle each other a few times a year for the women, and for the men, there is also that rivalry as well. So, like, we have the World Junior Championship at the end of this month, and you'll probably see. I mean, there's a good chance you could see Canada and US in the final. But in terms of like Canadian NHL teams versus American NHL teams, there isn't like a strong correlation across the board. Of course, like the Montreal Canadiens and the Bruins, that is arguably like the most historic and fiercest rivalry the NHL has ever had. But it's not like every American team has a bitter Canadian rival so much. I hope that that was clear enough. Hmm. Your buddy is a rapper. Oh, at Colorado State. Cool. I was actually a rapper in college a little bit myself. Please. Oh, sorry. Get there, girl. Tied at 14 at the half. Okay, so Jaguars and Bengals are hanging tough. Do we know much about this guy who's playing QB for Cincinnati these days? Hell, do we even know who's going to start for the Vikings on Sunday against the Raiders? Rapping? Oh yeah. I might have to make that. I might have to reveal some of the old catalog to members. Now it's been like 15 years since I started writing songs, but yeah, this is with very, very primitive software comparatively, but I would throw my own guitar solos into my songs. So, it's legit. Those were fun times, man. Jake Browning was a former practice squad member for the Vikings. Oh boy. I don't like the sound of that because I know we have to go to Cincy later on. I hope it's Dobbs. He needs to get his redemption arc on. Yeah, so I think that we've seen enough to where I would prefer that one of the other guys gets a start. But like, dude, I loved those 2 games he played against the Falcons and the Saints. That was some of the most entertaining quarterback play I've ever seen. And then the last 2 weeks happened. But you know what? I know it's not all on him because some of the play calling from O'Connell was horrible. Because he was basically just making Dobbs sit back in the pocket. That was horrible, especially the last game. Did I check out Devil's Skin? Yeah, very strong sounding band. The vocalist has great pipes. You're gonna vote for Nick Mullins? I'd like to see Jaron Hall, but I know that there are some more variables there. So I don't know anything about Mullins personally, though. Uh, Live recording. It was the first time you took your studio mobile. All right, man. Yeah, link me to that. I'd be happy to take a look. Um, Dobbs is showing why he was a career backup. Yeah, yeah, dude. That final drive the Vikings had, that was that might be the most frustrated I've ever been watching them on offense. Honestly. Anyway, I won't talk about them ad nauseum because I know we have fans of other teams here, and we're not even talking about hockey. But I mean, like you guys are cool. Um, oh God, I almost if the Vikings make no. I wouldn't be watching the game here. If they make the playoffs, I'm watching it at my sports bar. Samantha, I don't have that, and I shouldn't give that out because that's personal. So I hope you have a chance to get in touch with him, though. I mean, at the very least, we'll have another stream or something like that. Or who knows? You could join our Discord if you're on Discord. I'd be happy to add you. We do have community there, and so you could always, like, message each other there. Geez, it was like watching a Zimmer. Yeah, it was God, it was even worse. At least with Zimmer, they could actually run the football. Good girl. You learn how to play Sweden from Minecraft on your keyboard. Mullins played for the Niners. He was decent. I like his moxie. I love that word, by the way. I've really adopted that into my lexicon, which is one of my other favorite words. He had the same surgery as Brock Purdy did. Oh, really? He went to Missouri? I don't like him. There's an inside joke with Missouri, so never mind that I said that. As someone who's very new to the NHL and has only heard of Wayne Gretzky, are there any legendary players like him to follow right now? There are a lot. I mean, to Wayne Gretzky's caliber, I'm not entirely sure about that. And I know that he hasn't won a Stanley Cup, but we would start probably with Connor McDavid. I know Sidney Crosby, of course, has the Stanley Cups, but he's getting more into the twilight of his career, even though he's still very good. But you've got Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl on the same team. You've got Nathan McKinnon and Cale Makar on the same team, that being the Avalanche. You know, Jack Hughes is an exceptional talent. His brother Quinn Hughes, who plays for the Canucks. You have Luke Hughes as well. I mean, shoot, we have three Hughes brothers who could all be all stars at this point next year. Maybe give Luke a little bit more time. Um, what other elite talents would you guys want to talk about? Matthew Tkachuk had a crazy season last year. What teams are they? Yeah, you know what? Just ask me about that on WhatsApp, and I'll give you a list. Or hey, I mean, chat, go off. Let Carl here after Burnett know your thoughts on the elite talents here. Bedard, yeah, I mean Bedard. Things started off a little slowly for him, but I didn't have a doubt that he wouldn't be able to stay. I don't want to say a point per game player, but at least get close to that. Yeah, Connor Bedard. He could be that next one. Still a baby. Yeah. But the one thing I like about him is that just from the get-go, that guy he would park himself in front of the net, even though he's a smaller guy. He is compact. Guys, I think that Cortana just asked me for a belly rub. She gave me this. She went like this. Let's give Cortana some pets, okay? Okay, you know, Cortana, such a snob for attention. All right. By the way, the third period's getting underway here, so we'll be working with that here. Let's see. Yeah, 2-1. Start of the third period. Yeah. So yeah, just a PSA. The next Twisted Wrister video will be due out probably on Wednesday. I am roasting every NHL fan base. Prepare yourselves. It's going to be something else. No one, no one gets out alive. So yeah, we'll see if the Hurricanes can build on their momentum from the end of the period there. Southern Miss. Okay, he's cool. He's cool now. Nah, my ex went to Missouri, so Just a joke. I don't hold any, grudges at all. Aiden Hill's just a stand-up goaltender. See what I did there? Um, Need a team to follow? Oh my gosh. I actually have a full video about that. Just search up which NHL team should I cheer for, and you'll probably get that video right, toward the top of your, search results. But of course, other people are gonna weigh in. Granted, your closest team geographically is my San Jose Sharks, I'm just saying. But then again, if you want to, be a Sharks fan, then you are a glutton for punishment. Well, there you go. You know much more about the NHL than you let on. I know, man, but the night is always the night is always darkest before the dawn. There we go. Uh-huh. Actually, yeah, they're probably the, what, 3rd or 4th closest team after the Sharks. Mm. Oh, the Hurricanes are not letting up. The attack continues for them. Alright. Find some players that you enjoy. I just hope that they don't get traded away. Shot. Scooped up by aw. Wouldn't the Kings be closer? So it looks like that on Google Maps, but when you factor in, like, the curvature, I've looked this up before, like, when you factor in the curvature of the Earth, Los Angeles is actually more east, and that distance is greater than northern latitude you need to get to San Jose. I've seen this before, like, I've actually yeah, so it's just that the world is not flat, so that's just what I've seen. But Gretzky, yeah, but how many Stanley Cups did Gretzky win in Los Angeles? You sure you wanna be a fan of LA? I'm probably the worst person to, be talking to about this. Oh my god, the Jets had somebody right in front of the net there. They couldn't connect with the pass, but that would have been a slam dunk. How about you cheer for the Coyotes? Cheer for the Coyotes. They're getting better. It's like Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I'm not dead. I'm getting better. Okay. Cleveland. At least we're not Detroit. Cheer for the Cleveland Monsters of the, AHL. What's the AHL? Oh, yeah. That's the league beneath the NHL. Yeah, you're right, the American Hockey League. And the AHL is actually very old as well. I think it goes back to, like, the 1930s. So, I think every team in the NHL has an AHL affiliate. So, like oh, Justin, there you are. Semi-pro, yeah, yeah. And there's also one league that's beneath that too. Pardon. Mm. It's not semi-pro? Oh, I would I'm not a good source of information for that. Um, so then what would be out of curiosity, what would be semi-pro? Would that be like like the Southern I mean, the Southern Professional Hockey League, something like that. I see what you're saying, Rum Hut. Okay, thank you for, clarifying that. 5-0 Coyotes in the first period? Who are they even playing? The Capitals, right? Wait, I guess the, carriage has, turned back into a pumpkin for Washington. 5-0. Whoa. Has any of their teams scored 5 goals in the first period of the game so far? I mean, if it would have happened, it would have happened against the Sharks. Yeah. Shoot. Did, anybody on the Coyotes get a, hat trick? Tampa redeemed themselves against the Stars after being absolutely bludgeoned 8-1 over the weekend. They won 4-0 against Dallas. I would imagine that Vasilevsky looked pretty, rock steady back there, excuse me. Let's see here. So, looks like the, Canes are going on another power play. Is it really 5-0? I know, right? Like, stop the presses, right? Let's see. So, Flyers beat the Penguins 2-1 in overtime. 4-0 Lightning over the Stars, that's final. Kraken are trailing the Canadiens halfway through the 3rd period, 3-2. Damn, dude, the Kraken are not making me happy. Last year almost looks like a fluke at this point. Yeah, 5-0. Cooley, Carcone plays no, Carcone plays on their team too. Schmaltz again, and Zucker. That is who scored for Arizona so far. And then, yeah, we got Knights and Blues in just a little bit. What should you do to support this channel, or is watching, liking, and subscribing enough? Well, apart from our memberships, and of course, anybody who can super chat, or a super sticker, or leaving a super thanks on my videos. So if you want to do something that's non-monetary, my next best thing would be just to share my content out there. So like people belong to Discords, they belong to Reddits, Twitter, anything. Um, yeah, that's what first and foremost comes to mind. I also have merchandise too. We have holiday themed merchandise available. You should be able to see a link in the description down below if you want to get yourself a t-shirt, a hoodie, or anything like that. And if you find that you're like, okay, this stuff's all right, but I don't know if I want to buy anything, well, you can always reach out to me and I can create custom products just for you. It doesn't really take that much time. So if you see a shirt and you want it in a different color, something like that, I'm happy to do that. I also recolor my logo so that I have like a Twisted Wrister logo in Islanders colors. I have a Twisted Wrister logo in Kraken colors. I can make one in North Stars or Nordiques colors. Even Jake has one in North Stars colors. So there are many, many ways you could support what I'm doing here, on top of what you're already doing, of course. Go go for the team with the best name or colors or logo. You have to go with the one that has the best mascot. So the Flyers. No, 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 no. That's just a subscription to pain. You miss, Zucker? Yeah, Zucker's done a pretty good job for himself, when he's healthy, right? Um, since he's left Minnesota, good. Well, I'm happy to hear that, Jake. Come on, Canes. 33-17, that's the, shot differential right now. It says the Discord link expired. Yeah, okay, I'll get you a different one, okay? For some reason, it's like every time I try to share like, I can't have one permanent link for Discord. I'm not too well versed with Discord, though, so If you can just give me a moment here, I can get you a new link for that. I think what's happening is it actually does give me it's very weird how it presents itself from a user interface standpoint. I'll just say that. Um, Let me find a link for you guys, okay? Invite people. Because every time I try to get a link, it says it expires after 7 days, and I keep setting it to never, but every time I come back to it, it always says it's going to expire. It's really weird. Anyway, if you want to join Discord, join our Discord. It's totally free. Same thing, same guidelines apply. Just be kind. I will have to get Twisted Rooster coffee mug and Knights colors. Okay, yeah. If you want, if you want one, just let me know, or reach out to me and I'll hook you up. There we go. We got Carl. We got get out, get this over with. I don't know who that is. There we go. How can you share the channel on the Threads app or for Instagram? Well, I've never actually used Threads. Um, I would just, I don't know, maybe one thing you could do is if you find a video that I recently uploaded, you can just grab a link for that and post it there in Threads. Oh, the big cheese. All right, cool, cool. And you know what? We actually have emojis for every team out there. Uh, Atlanta used to have an NHL team, but now they're one of the two playing right now. Yeah, technically. Yeah. Oh, totally, Ethan. I mean, hey, man. There have probably been times when people have shared stuff that I didn't want them to, but in this case, I absolutely encourage it. I mean, like people who are saying like, "Oh, get a load of this guy," right? But yeah, I mean, you don't need permission for anything like that. This is all public stuff, right? Oh, Carl, you're a Falcons supporter, huh? Oh boy, Falcons. I mean, a couple of us Vikings fans here in the chat, but that's not much easier either. Were they bumping DMX in that arena? Rest in peace to the great DMX, of course. I'm just randomly gonna put a Cortana emoji in the chat. About 10:40 left in this game, by the way. Jets, again, they have like one shot this period so far. Jamar Chase, 76 yards. Ooh. At least the Falcons got the Super Bowl. Oh, got to the Super Bowl. Remember that one? Yeah. The unraveling, as it should be called. You'll get a notification on Instagram. Okay, cool. I appreciate that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Totally fine. Totally fine. Tutto va bene. 23. There we go. Ugh. Joe Burrow, who? Yeah, it's kind of nuts how many like high profile quarterbacks are out for the season, right? Oh, here we go. Turnover shot. Oh, just past the glove. Maybe a chance here for Shifley. He skates in. Nah. Easy pad save there. Is this one going to open up a little bit here? Here we go. Oh, Dmitry Orlov jumping into the play. To nobody, jammed in front. All right, now the Hurricanes are playing with some urgency here. Hmm. The Jags would be the number one seed in the AFC. Really? Wow. What is this? The mid '90s? Hey, I'm happy for them though, man. Jacksonville fans have been they've been waiting for this for a long time, right? Because they were garbage for a long time, except for like that one year where they were sacking everything with two legs back there. All right, Carl. Hey, it's been awesome having you here in the chat, though. We'll talk again soon, dude. Have a great rest of your Tuesday in the great land of New Zealand. Wouldn't be surprised if the Canes go empty net. Yeah, they might as well just do it right now. This is a team that it's like God. They play just year after year. They play some of the best fundamental hockey in this era. They're like the epitome of snake pit. Oh God. The Mortal Kombat finish him on Aaron Rodgers. So, yeah, how do Broncos fans feel about Aaron Rodgers anyway? Because wasn't he supposed to go there? Miami is like your second teams. Oh, okay. Hey, I mean, I'd be happy if the Dolphins, got to the Super Bowl this year. The Jags ended, Marino's career in blowout fashion. Oh, wow. Yeah, it's kinda weird to think that, like, both those teams were around while Marino was still playing. It's okay, guys. We don't well, I was gonna be like, well, maybe some people dropped off because we were talking NFL, but you know what? The legs feed the wolf, gentlemen. If that's what you wanna discuss, I'm not gonna complain. Not too much. But Dan isn't here, is he? I don't think so. Just meh? Okay. Yeah, Dan's not here. Those Lions the Lions are kinda like last year's Vikings, huh, Jake? They're, like, barely finding ways to win games by the skin of their teeth against inferior competition. Oh, they'll be fa we'll find out who they really are, right, when it matters most. How in the world are the Timberwolves number 1 in the Western Conference? Yeah, I know. Have they really ever been number 1 before? Like, during the Garnett years? I didn't think so. Man, I loved those original Timberwolves jerseys. Like, well, I guess from the Garnett era and even before that. Like, I love that old logo, which of course was a bit of a inspiration for the redesign just a few years ago, right? Like, I miss that sort of, Timberwolves look. I'm as I say, like a broken record, I'm a sucker for nostalgia. Oh, one-on-one Natchez. Here we go. Spin move, drop pass. Why is Bunting shooting that from 45 feet out? Campbell outcoaches himself. Yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, that's right. When you and Bill, or excuse me, you and Dan recorded your bits on the rivalry video. I appreciate that you guys did that. That was cool. I mean, like, I I didn't really watch that as a kid. I wasn't following hockey so much then, so I had to actually get something from real fans. It's so funny. It's like anytime I use a Red Wings player or an Avs player or the two in the same thumbnail, like I did with the team traditions, right? Because we had the octopus and we had the couple of Avs fans. I swear, if I want my channel to do well, all I have to do is talk about those 2 teams. Pretty much. Green Bay is actually playing better and currently holds the 7th seed over the Seahawks, is that right? Wow. Yeah, Seahawks have had kind of a tough, stretch of games. Alright, about, 7:10 left here in regulation. What's up, Toria? Try to visit Denver? I mean, one of my closest friends lives a little bit south of there in Colorado Springs, so, like, I'm gonna be like I said, I'm gonna be selling a bunch of my jerseys, so if we get enough, who knows, that could fund a trip to Denver in addition to the East Coast because 'cause I'm gonna be, going out there to see my grandmother. She's, 90 years old, and, I'll go to at least a Capitals game out there, so, yeah, hopefully we can make that happen. I'd love to, of course, see the Avalanche in their own barn. I've seen them a couple times with this core of players. It's been awesome every time I've gotten a chance to watch them, but I'd like to see them over there. Yeah, the last time I was in Denver, I was still collecting Pokemon cards. I think I was Oh, Kyle Connor, here he is in alone. Oh, big pet save. Monty Ronta, highway robbery. The Avs were hoisting the cup. The Wings fans were watching this documentary. Yeah, that's right, because it came out like right then and there. Perfect timing, right? My friend also said that there's a good documentary on ESPN Plus about the fraudulent guy who tried buying the New York Islanders back in the 90s. I think that was what, before Charles Wang? I'd like to definitely check that out. Do I have anything in a CCM Vintage XL or Fanatics? The only thing I have in those sizes, I think is my I actually have a made in Canada Sharks away jersey from, that original run, right, where it's very much just a plain white jersey. It's got Tim Heat on it. It's a team issued jersey, so I could sell that to you. I mean, it's the only one I have, but for the right price, and of course, with you, being a longtime supporter, like, we might be able to work something out. But yeah, I also have a couple other jerseys that are pretty big, but those were given to me by subscribers, so I'm not gonna part ways with those. Well, I mean, a lot of my stuff is in size small, so I know that's not gonna fit everybody. If we had maybe more female viewers on the channel, it would probably be easier to sell some of these, but yeah. Alright, commercial break, by the way, guys, and yes, still 2-1. Some close calls, though. This period has been generally a little bit more entertaining than the, second. I actually like doing the stream like this more than, doing play-by-play. In the playoffs, I could maybe do play-by-play, but we're still a ways away from that. Um, don't take Detroit lightly ever, or any of the '06 teams for that matter. Well, unless it's the Rangers. Um, I'm so, like, for Adidas, I like wearing 50. That's my favorite size, but I have some that are 46 as well. What I love about Adidas, though, is that they're extra long because, like, I'm weird. I have short legs comparatively, so having that extra length for the torso is clutch. I've never tried wearing a 44, but I'd be willing to bet that I can make that work, except I wouldn't be able to put anything on, like, underneath it so much. Will the Timberwolves finally be able to break the Minnesota curse? I hope somebody does, honestly. I mean, even if it's not the Vikings, I mean, it's like a miracle that the Twins technically won a playoff series. But yeah, man, I mean, anybody, I'd be happy for them, real happy. And I say the same thing for Arizona as well. Have I ever been inside the Brown Palace Hotel? Is that a question for me? How's the game going? You have been in NFL streams. Honestly, John, this has almost turned into an NFL stream. But I mean, the Hurricanes have this is as I've been saying in the stream, it's been a typical Hurricanes game. They dominate puck possession, although the Jets about halfway through this game really woke up. But like the Hurricanes could be winning this game probably 5-3. Oh, Jarvis, why are you passing that? Shoot the damn puck. Yeah, 38-21, the shots for the Hurricanes, and they're losing, just like a typical playoff game. All right, Ethan. Hey, thanks so much. We'll see you around hopefully again soon. Uh, Anything to grasp at this point as a Minnesota sports fan? Yeah. A famous Denver landmark. Oh, huh. Yeah, like I said, the last time I was in Colorado was I was 12, so I don't remember, honestly. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what I really did when I vacationed there, but I was also in Aspen for a few days with my folks in the summer, though. Yeah. Here, Cortana, you're being such a good girl. There are only 4 minutes left. Let's give you a treat, though. All right. Hasta la vista. All right. Ciao for now, man. Oh, the last little bits of apple. Here you go. Go ahead. It's a good Italian name, by the way. Altamare. That means high C. It's like a fruit punch. Uh, it's haunted. Oh, it's like it's hard to. Oh, Victoria. Hey, good evening. Sorry to see what's happening to the Washington Capitals right now. Um, you could get us in. You work there. Okay, so it's kind of an exclusive thing, huh? All right. Well, hey man, if I'm anywhere in the Denver area, I will be sure to hit you up, and I'd let you know ahead of time too. Something tells me I need some personal detail. If you're walking around town there. Have I thought about going to the Winter Classic? You know, I did. It's just that like I just can't imagine, especially right now, how much tickets would be. So yeah, especially since I'm already going out to the East Coast. Girl, I like I said, I need to. It would really behoove me to sell some jerseys. I hope the Knights do better tonight. They got the Blues. The Blues are a tougher out than they were last year. Bennington's actually been really good so far. Yeah, Arizona Jets, Ehlers. Oh my God, Ronto just came out like 30 feet in front of his crease to poke check the puck away from Ehlers. He really didn't want to give up another goal to him, did he? Almost done here, Cortana. Jacksonville. Oh, they were losing, huh? Get the Willie tour? All right, man. We'll do it big Willie style. Empty netter. Oh, Connor missed the empty net. 90 seconds left. And here come the Hurricanes. Dumped it down. Steered aside there by Bershaw. And the Salada shot and a little bit wide of the net. It rims around to Burnsy and to the half wall out to the point. Slavin, top of the circle, down low, chance in front, and scooped up by the glove of Brossois as Jarvis was wide open in front of the net. Great save. That might be the best chance the Hurricanes get it tying things up here. But yeah, Brassois, man, as cool as the other side of the pillow. Beautiful save. So yeah, Ronta was caught trying to come out of the net, and he's going over toward the bench, and Connor's coming in. So Ronta like just darts across and breaks up what would have been obviously a slam dunk of an empty netter. That was a moment. So yeah, good old Rod Brindamore is going to use his timeout. Looks like Thompson is going to get more playing time with Hill out. And I know that Hill was leading the NHL in saves or goals against average. Hell, maybe even both. So how's Thompson looking so far? Because I mean, 2 years ago, the guy kind of came out of nowhere and was wicked good. Oh my god, there was a tip play at the front that nearly went in. Oh, stall. Ah, shoot. Puck, it's cleared. All right, down to 50 seconds. Shea and dumped behind the net. Pionk around the wall. Stalls there in the corner and cleared down. The Jets maybe a chance here at the empty net. It's bobbling puck, trickles down and just a little bit wide. It will be icing with 34 seconds left. Hmm. So we'll get another face-off down in the Winnipeg zone. 41 shots. So Brassois has 40 saves. It's a pretty good night, isn't it? All right, Burns. Shea shot wide. Rebound. Brassois got it in the trapper. The bigger question is when Patera goes in. Patera. Huh, who's that? Goaltending prospect? Because when I think of Patera, I think of Pavel Patera. That's not like his son, is it? Hmm. Pavel Patera was a really good player for Yager's club, Kladno, you know. Out to bounce. All right. Cool. Where Saka gave you the bro what's up look during the cup parade. I like that. That'd be wonderful. All right, one more chance here. Burnsy, a shot. And he was shooting a bobbling puck. So, oh, that rims out. Ah, crap. This is going all the way down, but not icing. So Burns is going to have to chase this. 10 seconds left. They gain the zone. Down the corner. Nobody's there. Maybe at the circle, a shot. Oh, big pet save. Brassois. Wow, what a game. And the puck comes out of the zone, and that's it. The Jets. And I'll update the good old scoreboard here. But yeah, the Hurricanes, man, just a typical Hurricanes game. They look so good, and yet Laurent Brassois was awesome. What a great game from him. All right, guys. Well, hey, thanks for hanging out with me. I'm gonna go get something to eat now, and we'll be back with this soon enough. I'll try to get a couple other teams that we haven't been live for, like the Senators. I haven't done one with the Wild just yet. I don't think, and there's some other teams out as well. Anyway, thanks for hanging out with me, and again, big thanks to, of course, Dustin and Nick for these awesome gifts. And yeah, we'll reconvene again real soon, guys. Have a great night out there. Hit the thumbs up if you haven't already, and I'll see you around real soon. Good night.